Hi, and welcome to Grade Gov News. My name is Elizabeth Letchworth, and I was lucky and blessed to have been the only woman to date to be elected in the United States Senate to serve as the Secretary for the Majority for the Republicans. And I mention that today because I was the party secretary during the last government shutdown in 1995 and 1996. And I thought you would find some of these facts about the negotiations between Congress and the President of some interest. Remember the shutdown of 1995 and 1996, first of all, it only involved half of the federal government. Remember that Congress, led by Speaker Gingrich and Majority Leader Dole, they were passing the appropriations bills and sending them to the President, but they were cutting the spending. They were honoring the contract with America, which asked that government cut its spending. So with each bill making its way to the President's desk, the spending was getting deeper. President Clinton was warning Speaker Gingrich. He was warning Majority Leader Dole, stop cutting the spending or I'll start vetoing the bills. That's what happened, and we know the government shut down. During the 21-day shutdown of the federal government, I went back into my notes. Congress met with the President either at the White House or setting up a conference call over 12 times during the government shutdown of 1995 and 1996. They met with the President either at the White House or either during conference calls over 12 times. Now let me also quote to give you a little flavor of how the negotiations were going back in 1995 and 96. This is quoting President Clinton's radio address from December 23rd of 1995. As you know, I have spent the last week in intense discussion with congressional leaders over how to balance the budget in 7 years. But even as we continue talking, I hope Congress will agree to open the government and open all of the agencies. Let me also tell you something about the 1995 shutdown. In the middle of the government shutdown, the House and the Senate passed the Veterans Affairs Appropriations Bill, giving full funding to our veterans. Now I'm going to go quote back to President Clinton's December 23rd radio address. Just last night, I signed legislation that Congress passed yesterday to allow 3.3 million veterans and 13 million needy children and their mothers to receive their benefits. That's a good start. I'm continuing with the radio address. Our talks are making progress. Yesterday, we agreed to resume negotiations next week with the goal of reaching an agreement as soon as possible. Well, they did reach an agreement. Congress, led by Speaker Gingrich and Majority Leader Dole and President Clinton, reached an agreement on the balanced budget agreement in the summer of 1997, and it passed in the United States Senate 81-19. That same bill passed in the House of Representatives 277 to 148. I would say those negotiations led to a huge bipartisan vote and a big bipartisan agreement, all shared between President Clinton, Speaker Gingrich, and Majority Leader Dole. I thought you would enjoy some of the facts that surrounded the shutdown of the federal government back in 1995 and 96. If you would, please pop over to gradegov.com and vote on the poll. Do you agree with the current government shutdown? It's a simple yes, a simple no. You can see the results right on gradegov.com, and I intend to deliver the results to members of Congress on Monday, October 7th. Again, I hope you've enjoyed Grade Gov News. My name is Elizabeth Letchworth, and I'll be talking to you real soon, so stay tuned.